Here once again at the future home of Animas High School up on the fort. Here with Josh Pronozuk, project manager of the project. From the outside looking in, it looks like a lot has happened since we last checked in. Some are starting to cook. What's happening on the job site these days, Josh?
I'll work myself from outside to in. So outside we've got the whole building wrapped. So Tyvek is already on. So all of our backing and insulation stuff has been installed. TL is starting to produce some of the flashings for ASCO. They should be mobilizing today, if not tomorrow, and putting up their scaffolding so that they can start stucco. The sequence will be stucco, and then the metal wall panels will come in afterwards. So stucco should hopefully come in the next couple weeks. Going into the building, they've got downstairs is out of the walls. So JT Plumbing, Garrh, Mechanical, and Durango Electric are out of the walls, which has allowed IWS to start their drywall. So drywall is complete actually on the first floor, and they're taping, texturing right now. So nice. Tape mud is going in. So as you work your way down the building to the main commons, all the drywall is done and all the bathrooms are complete, and all their hard lids are done as well. So upstairs framing is complete. Durango Electric, Garrh, and JT are working frantically to get out of the walls because IWS is pushing them pretty hard to try and get up there. So they're hanging the top out right now, and then they're hoping to get in there probably next week to start hanging drywall.
Yeah, walking through here, you see all these spaces take shape, so a lot of like flexibility inside of these spaces.
That's right. You work yourself from the north end of the building to the south. You've got the maker spaces, so they're going to have their desk collection system, so they're going to have their CNCs and their table saws and whatnot in those two rooms.
All right.
And then as you work yourself down the building, the school is a project-based learning. That's what they're known for. So nice. They create a project, they work through the project, and then they display their project. So the idea is that some of these classrooms are able to open up or close to be classrooms, or open up to be display areas. So you can have these 4 classrooms turn into 2 rooms, giant rooms, so they can display their artwork or their projects or whatever.
Very cool.
Based off of these partition walls.
And it's a very open floor plan. You know, looking up onto the second deck, looking down from the second deck to that first corridor that runs that big commons area. That's at the north end, you know?
Going to the roof, I guess. So after the second floor, there's a lot of breakout spaces up there. So that's a big part of what they're doing also, is that they have recording studios and things like that. So they can record podcasts, or they can practice their instruments or things like that.
Or interviews like this.
They can do interviews like this. That's exactly right. Yeah. And so next week they'll be starting to drywall, hopefully, that main space, and you'll really get to feel what that space is going to feel like. So up on the roof, TL pretty much done with the TPO. They've got one last little chunk to do, but they'll be rolling into metal. Exterior, they're also working on sunglasses, putting in frames and glass right now. So it's really starting to button up and get fully dry. So just in time for the monsoons.
And a lot of great views. We'll be able to see those monsoons as they roll in. And
the second floor definitely looks at the Fort Lewis College. It can also see down into downtown. You can look up 160 going towards Mancos. You see Smelter and Animas Mountain and stuff all from there.
Well, so on site, not everything that's part of the project is on this site. There's some stuff happening kind of over there a little bit.
Big milestone is that we've broken ground to put in the water line. So part of their easement agreement is that we cannot use any of the utilities at Fort Lewis College. So in order to do that, we had to go about a half a mile our water and gas. To get our power and fiber, we go the opposite direction. We go down the hillside, down that ridge line. So hopefully we can start power in the next couple weeks. But CRG is down there right now. They just did their tie-in yesterday, so they tied in to the water main down in College Drive or Gigline Gulch, and then they're going to start working their way up the hill towards Talon, and then they wrap all the way around Talon to get to our site. So 14-inch water main, fused pipe, yellow gas line that comes in right next to it. Half mile. It'll be interesting the next couple, probably month and a half. We'll get finishing trades coming in, so that'll be fun.
All right. Well, thanks for displaying your project. This is project-based learning for me, finding out about where you guys are at heading into the summer, and just keep up the good work. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.